I'm Sharon Panchal, and I am from Phoenix, Arizona, USA.
Sharon, what would you say was the biggest struggle or challenge in your life that you were facing before coming to WCA?
Well, I started having anxiety about being on my own in life after raising children and losing a husband, struggling to find my identity, looking towards my past and the limiting beliefs that were arising. And, the anxiety crept in. I felt like I was alone. And I wanted to search for loving myself again instead of caring for everyone else. I raised my children on my own, and I take care of my mom, and I had to take care of a husband who was declining for 6.5 years with dementia. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wow, what do I do now? Who am I? Who am I? And so I found Tim on a walk. And I listened, and I was all in. And I've been all in ever since, right? I'm playing to win. I'm an entrepreneur, and I have been jumping my whole life. I pushed through my fears, right? And now, coming to WCA a second time. The first time was amazing, and I accomplished so many things. And I've met people all over the world, right? Friends that will be lifetime friends without judgment. And I've learned to push through my fears, right? So we have F for finally, E for experiencing, A for achieving without regrets, right? Achievements around the world without regrets, with people that you can trust and have faith in.
Following on from that, you said this background a second time for you at WCA. What's been the biggest shift that you've experienced here after coming back to Thailand for a second time? What's been your biggest takeaway or biggest shift that you've noticed within yourself?
Well, I've learned to be on a plateau. You rise, and then you're on a plateau, and then you need to take it to the next level. And coming here again, it's some of the things are the same, right? It is the same experience, but it's totally different. You're with different people, and you're at a different point in your life. And I needed to realize that there's more, right? It's coming back. It's doing something and continuing up your mountain. And then some, right? So it is just amazing to be part of a family. I have always had to figure out things on my own, and that's okay. But now I have a family for life to do things with, right? I'm part of a Heartfluencer team where we're leading life from the heart. Love is the sweetness of emotion from within. And when we learn to love ourselves, then our light can be spread to the world, and we can be a beacon of light for others to see. And I finally have a male role model in my life. Someone who is always going to be there. Tim, right? My male role models, my father was an awesome male role model, and he has been gone for 15 years. But I have gone through abusive husbands and abusive business partners, and I just don't want that in my life anymore, right? But I was beginning to lose hope of where can I find a male role model, right? And I can also now, my kids don't have a male role model as they're estranged from their father. But I can show them now that they do exist, right? I'm a leading example for my children and for many to see.
And on that note, speaking of Tim, how would you summarize Tim as a teacher, trainer, facilitator?
He listens, right? He listens to others, he teaches. So he's a student and a teacher himself, right? He's working on things for his own potential and realizing a next level, but he's there to help others do the same. And he does it all from the heart, right? I have never witnessed someone who is so, dedicated to helping other people along a path to greatness through personal development and coming to their level. It doesn't matter what level you're at. It's okay. He accepts you and he loves you, just like one of his own family. I just haven't seen it before, and so I am so excited, to continue on the journey. And I've been on a lot of different trips, and this is a mind, body, soul experience. The experience of a lifetime to an extraordinary life.
And wrapping up here, Sharon, what advice would you give to people who are thinking about coming to WCA, who are thinking about changing their life and totally transforming their life? What advice would you give to those people who are thinking and sitting on the fence?
Stop hiding, right? Take a step forward and do it for yourself, right? Because in discovering yourself, you're going to open a world to people who live straight from the heart. World class. We do things on a different level. We really care, right? We really support and encourage each other. And that's where I want to be. If you want to take your life to a level where you have the compassion and the kindness inside of you, the light, and you want to bring it out so that you can share it with the world, WCA is your home.